Hello friends, on behalf of Board of Advanced Studies and Research of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, I am going to give you a short introduction of a new and very valuable course to be launched, which is named as Advanced Business Excel for Finance Professionals. As you are already aware that technology is now integral part of our life. Years back we used to write letters to our friends and relatives. We used to send greeting cards and the wedding receptions, patrika, to all of the friends and relatives. But now everything has been replaced by the WhatsApp communication, by the digital communication, by Facebook, by Instagram and by other social media platforms. Whether it is our home or it is our office, now we cannot avoid technology. Even the durable home appliances at our home like television, refrigerator, microwave oven and other things, they are also operated by IoT, that is Internet of Things. Nowadays, even a 6-year-old child is learning programming. You must have heard it in surroundings that some of the online websites and mobile applications, they are teaching Python to the kids so that they can create small but valuable programs. So the younger ones are more abreast with the technology, and over a period of time, whatever we learned years back, the knowledge becomes actually obsolete. Most of you might have learned Microsoft Office during your school days or maybe during your CMA days. But thereafter, many new versions of Windows and many new versions of Microsoft Office have been launched. And usually if we don't practice what we learn, actually we tend to forget it. So this course is specially designed for qualified cost accountants who are in practice, for qualified people who are finance people and practicing, whether corporate finance or investment portfolio management or equity research or other branches of finance, or even students who are pursuing CMA course. This course is designed for all such people who love to learn, who love to keep abreast with the technology. So out of, you learn many things in Microsoft Office, especially Word, Excel and PowerPoint. But Excel is really specially very important for all of us as a professional. Like I'll give you one very quick simple example. In the new version of Microsoft Excel, the number of rows are approximately 1 million. So approximately 10 lakh rows are there in Microsoft Excel. And as an individual, we feel that 10 lakh rows are more than enough. Even 1,000 or 10,000 rows are sufficient for our calculation. But believe me, in real life situation, it may be insufficient. Even this may be insufficient. When you study for the purpose of examination, like when you were pursuing CMA Intermediate or you were pursuing CMA Final, at that time also you solved many practical problems of capital budgeting, portfolio management, foreign exchange risk management, derivatives, lease finance and many other things. Those were practical problems, but the size of problem was actually very small. The kind of data you were handling was, micro in size. In real life situation, it becomes huge. So I was giving you one example that there are 1 million rows in Microsoft Excel, and a common man or a practitioner will also think that yes, it is much more than enough. But I'll give you one example. So one of my students, he has been working for Amazon for past few years, and he says that even 1 million rows are insufficient for our analysis because they have to manage logistics. They have to optimize logistics so that customer can get fastest delivery at the cheapest cost to the company. They analyze the entire resources available and accordingly allocate resources. So they need 1 crore rows or 5 crore or 10 crore rows of data. And at that time, even the Microsoft Excel may be insufficient. For practitioners, for students, if you have to calculate 5 or 10 figures, you can do it on calculator. For your examination purpose, you are taught various calculator short tricks, how to calculate fast on calculator, because in examination Excel is not allowed. But when the data is huge, when the data is bulky, in that particular situation, it is advisable, and in fact it is there is no other choice that you should use a spreadsheet like Microsoft Excel. Like I'm Tarun Mahajan. I am actually a registered valuer as well as a chartered accountant, and I have been practicing for last 21 years. As a registered valuer, I do make valuation of equity shares, especially of unlisted companies. Because Companies Act says that if any unlisted company want to make preferential allotment of its shares, first of all, it is compulsory for the company to get valued its shares. So a person like me, a registered valuer who are a few in number in India, has to make valuation of equity share of the company. And if I say fair value of equity share is 500 rupees, then the company is not allowed to issue its equity share at a price below 500 rupees. So I make valuation of equity share. The point is I make valuation of equity share, and a huge amount of data I have to handle. It's not just about the huge amount of data, but also the huge amount of calculation and also the complexity of calculations. So let me give you one example. You must have done one question on cross holding while studying accounts during your CMA days. So there is one company X and there is one company Y, and company X is holding 50% shares in Y and Y is holding 10% shares in X. And you have to make valuation of equity share of both companies. So value of X is dependent on Y and value of Y is dependent on X, and this is a circular reference. How to solve it? Actually, you'll have to make equations. That X is equal to basic value of X plus 10%, 50% value of Y. Y is equal to basic value of Y plus 50% value of X. Something like this. One equation need to be created and then equation need to be solved. You can manually solve the equation if the two companies are having a cross holding. But I have handled a situation where 10 group companies were having cross holding. Now you make 10 equations and the number of variables will also be 10, and then you try to solve this 10 variable equation. It becomes really very tough to calculate these things. But when I set it up properly in MS Excel and run goal seek function, then it works very fine. This is just one example. There are so many other situations when I cannot make valuation of equity share of company without using Microsoft Excel. So this course is a kind of, it will give you a kickstart. I cannot assure you that you will become expert of Excel and after this course you will know each single thing in Excel. I have been learning Excel for past several years and I am still learning. So learning is a continuous process, it never ends. I'm not assuring you that this course will make you super expert and thereafter you won't have to learn anything. This will give you a kick start, and thereafter you can keep learning. And more important thing, you start applying it, because once you apply it, then only you will be able to remember it. Let me quickly tell you about the design of the course. It's a kind of 50 hours course. The brochure is available on the website of ICMAI, and there you will find all the details, that to whom to contact. Here are the contact details. You can pause the video and note down the contact details, and then contact the relevant email ID or phone number. And also, this is the course fees. So in the brochure it is available, you can see it over here. The more important thing here is the course duration is 50 hours. And this 50 hours duration is divided into 2 parts. ICMAI support is for 25 hours, and the Microsoft Office certification by themselves is 25 hours. So one more attraction in the course is, besides learning, you will have the certification right directly from Microsoft. So the course will run like this. First of all, you'll be getting a video to learn the basics. This video is a 5-session video, not necessarily exactly 5 hours video, because in a face-to-face session, whatever I deliver in 1 hour, the interaction keeps on going and you do it simultaneously, so that takes full 1 hour. But when it is a recorded session, it will take just 20 to 30 minutes to deliver that stuff. But when you watch it and practice it yourself, you will take more than 1 hour. So rather than saying 5 hours video, better I say, first of all, 5 videos will be given to you, so that you can watch it before the start of the course. This is just for the sake of beginners. If you already know some of the basics of Excel, then probably you may not need it. But still, I will advise that you go through this basic 5 videos of around 20 to 30 minutes, whatever duration is there, where I will be discussing data navigation, formatting, arithmetic using Excel, shortcut keys, basic math function, rounding, counting, text function, sort, filter, split, freeze, etc. That is we will be exploring the Microsoft Excel menu, ribbon menu. Thereafter, the MS Microsoft people will be telling you about more things like this: manage workbook options in settings, how to create worksheet and workbook, how to navigate in the worksheet and workbook, how to format the worksheet, how to customize various tabs and worksheet and workspace, custom data formats and layout you will be learning, creation of tables you will be learning, how to perform operation with formulas you will be learning, how to create charts for a very effective presentation, that you will be learning, how to manage workbook options in setting, apply custom data format and layouts, create advanced formulas. All these things will be taught to you by Microsoft people themselves. And then I will also be taking this session of 25 hours, for which 5 videos will be recorded, videos will be given to you. And then we will have 2 sessions. Rest of the thing is divided into 2 more parts. Part 2 here is learn advanced concepts, and part 3 is application of concepts. So these 2 parts I will be taking, that is financial statistical function, date, time and logical function, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, index match, pivot table, Power Query, Power Pivot, Power BI desktop. So as far as the Power BI desktop is concerned, probably we will not be covering it in depth because it itself is a full course. But yes, pivot table, Power Query Introduction and Power Pivot Introduction definitely will be looking at. The most important part which I will be delivering in this course will be application of concept. You know what happens? Usually we keep two things separate. One, we learn Excel separately. Number two, we do our practical assignment and examination questions separately. But actually we need to merge these two things. That is application of Excel in real life situation. So I'll be taking valuation of various securities like equity shares, preference shares, debentures, and some of the more complex securities. We will learn how to make loan amortization table and how to create FD calculator, how to make valuation of options using Microsoft Excel, how to take operation research decision like transportation decision or linear programming decisions. And there will be one case study which I will not contribute. Rather than many practitioners who will join this course, they will actually give their real life situation to me, and then I will tell them how to handle this real life situation. The software requirement for this course, you need to have MS Excel 2013 onwards, but the best way will be that you should have Microsoft Office Excel 2019. 2013 onwards is okay, but it is better to have Excel 2019, and you need to have a good desktop or laptop, and you need to have a good internet connection also. So this is the kind of introduction to this course, and I'm waiting eagerly for you to join this course, and it is going to be a learning experience for you as well as for me. Thank you. See you in the course. Bye bye.